Where there's good, there is evil. Where there's light, there is darkness. Imagine removing one element from either one. You take away darkness, individuals will never sleep. You take away light, men commit evil deeds. This blood-sucking leech's objective is to rid the world of light and let it fade into eternal darkness. His name is Lord Vampire. After being badgered by his wife, the Vampire Bride, to gift her a precious moonstone, Lord Vampire scoured the monster realm looking for the priceless gem. When Lord Vampire located the moonstone, instead of gifting the gem to his wife, he kept it for himself after feeling the power. Once an evil leader gets a taste of power, he never forgets the feeling. Lord Vampire's new mission was to collect the moonstones and use them for evil. If 6 moonstones were brought together, the combined power would eclipse the sun, turning the world into complete blackness. The powerful stones possess a power that no man could dream of. The first moonstone, which was found by Lord Vampire, is red colored with a bat logo. The stone has the power to control people, leaving them completely mindless. The purple moonstone, which is guarded by the mummy and has an emblem supporting the Eye of Horus, has the ability to amplify curses. As a child, my parents thought the set was all about the based on the triangle in the eye, and I had to dispose of the precious jewel. The green moonstone is protected by the crazy scientist and his monster. The stone has dual powers. It has the ability to bring forth life with electricity, and like a steroid, the stone gives you superhuman strength. The yellow-green moonstone is guarded by the swamp creature. The moonstone gives him the power to control water. The orange moonstone might look tame, but like the hairy beast, the werewolf, that guards it, it's powerful. The stone has the ability to give anyone superhuman strength and speed. The blue moonstone is protected by ghosts. The gem possesses the power to pass through solid objects. The pink moonstone is being watched over by walking corpse. The stone has the power to reanimate the dead. While most people love to have a second chance at life, the lather's effect comes with consequences, turning you into a flesh-eating zombie. While only 6 moonstones are needed to power the light capturing apparatus, 7 are available, maybe because LEGO planned more Monster Fighter sets. According to Matthew Ashton, there was supposed to be a ghost pirate ship, but it never saw the light of day. The power-hungry tyrant's goal was to roam the monster realm and collect all 6 moonstones, but he has a problem: the monster fighters. Let's meet the battle-ridden team. The leader of the crew is Londoner, aristocrat, and explorer Dr. Rodney Rathbone. The classy gentleman suffers from a handicap and sports a prosthetic leg. The mission is personal to Rathbone, as his great-great-great-grandfig was tasked with hiding the moonstones. Born into faraway Africa, Major Quentin Steele is an old-fashioned hunter who's always looking out for a new hunt, and has an appetite for exotic prey. The old-timer flaunts a telescopic eye, and while others may think it's an impediment, it's not. Steele is a fearless shark who has a rare collection. When he's not hunting, in leisure he polishes his and spends his time at the zoo. From Scotland or Canada, Jack McHammer is a burly lumberjack who's built like steel. The brute in his spare time enjoys smashing things. McHammer has a personal vendetta with the crazy scientist and his monster, after the crazy scientist cut off his arm to create the Frankenstein-like beast. While McHammer might have lost his arm, he now has a badass bionic metal arm. Frank Rock might be a good-looking Elvis lookalike with a painted-on beard. Rock joined the team after his dog went missing, which he believed was abducted by ghouls. The motorcycle riding rebel is an odd fellow and wears sunglasses at night, loves breaking the rules and walking away from without turning around. When Rathbone needed a pilot to fly into the monster realm, he discovered Ann Lee, who was hanging in a hangar practicing the lost arts of broomstick-a-jitsu. The broomstick fighting pilot enjoys martial arts, archery, concealing as hair accessories, and turning basic household items into. While her past remains mostly a mystery, what isn't hidden is a scar on the left side of her face from the witch Nile. Even though Rathbone has assembled a strong team, Lord Vampire is driven. The despot is on a quest to collect every moonstone. The vampire is being chauffeured by the zombie driver. While a hearse is usually used to carry the dead, this luxurious vehicle is used for comfort. Lord Vampire has a coffin to relax in the back of the vehicle. The set's play feature allows you to catapult the coffin to scare off individuals that attempt to steal the most powerful moonstone. Like Rodney Rathbone, if he can successfully steal the red moonstone, he can stop Lord Vampire from controlling the monsters. If he fails, Lord Vampire has the upper hand. Let's talk about the monsters. In the marshes lie the half-figure, half-fish, the swamp creature. Is a strong swimmer with a hypnotic gaze. The speed demon will do anything to protect his moonstone. Hailing from ancient Egypt and preserved in layers of linen, the mummy is very nomadic and wanders the night with his skeleton horse, finding anyone he can curse. Hidden in the deep dark Drackwood Forest lives a hairy dog. Though his appearance is terrifying, the werewolf is tame. He enjoys playing fetch or frisbee and enjoys outdoor concerts, but if you mess with his moonstone, he becomes a whole new beast. His human alter ego is an unkept camper who's a fan of the band Grateful Undead. When it comes to insanity, the crazy scientist is the definition of a psychopath. The man literally cut off Jack McHammer's arm and used it to help create his Frankenstein monster. You could say he was dealt a bad hand. Okay, I'm not quitting my day job. The crazy scientist monster might be one of the most disturbing creations ever. The Frankenstein-inspired monster is made up of body parts of minifigures and high-voltage electricity. The cursed might have superhuman strength, but isn't that bright, which allows him to be easily distracted, which essentially renders him useless. The monster realm is full of flesh-eating corpse. The zombie driver is Lord Vampire's most loyal servant. His only goal is to hack the vampire family. Because of his loyalty, he's usually stuck doing dirty jobs, putting himself in dire situations. Till death do us part. While this couple, even in death, have not parted. The zombie groom and bride were resurrected by the voodoo doctor. The zombie chef and butler's background is unknown, but their jobs are to serve Lord Vampire and his family. Talking about family, the vampire bride is a nag to her husband. She's the reason he's embarked on this quest for the Moonstones, which he became obsessed with, to his wife's regret. The wife is also the master of hexes and poisons. The Man-Bat's goal is to protect the vampire castle. These creatures hang upside down and are ready to attack those who try and go after the Eclipse machine. Talking about the castle, the vampire castle is the second largest set in the Monster Fighters theme. The castle is one of my White Whale sets. The mostly light gray castle is made up of two modular sections. You have the gate and you have the rest of the castle. The castle is very detail oriented. There's a living quarters, jail cell, trapdoor, piano, and potion room. Hidden below the castle lies a bedroom with a casket. While you might think Lord Vampire is living in luxury right now, wait until you see his mansion. The haunted house, not to be confused with 10273, this rundown building gives off the Addams family home aesthetic. The 3-story dwelling is mostly sand green, which was a rare color back in the day. The lower level features a furnace with a miniature kitchen that has a stove, pot, and bottle of wine. The second story includes a master bed, wardrobe, and office with a quill and ink. The top floor features a folding staircase which leads to the floor below. There's a music room and sketchy-like attic floor with vintage relics. Back to the story. Time is running out. Lord Vampire versus the Monster Fighters. While there's very little information about who retrieved each stone first, some of LEGO's official brick films give more background with some of the stories. In the quest to obtain the Ghost Moonstone, Rock and Lee take flight. While Lee uses trickery to distract the ghost, Rock dives from the plane and searches for the Moonstone, which he finds shortly after. The set behind the story is the Ghost Train. The 3-carriage vehicle is mostly black with scattered glow-in-the-dark elements. In the middle, there's a bone cell to capture the hostages. The set features flapping wings as a mechanism when the vehicle is pushed. In addition, there's a ghost capturing biplane. Meanwhile, Rathbone and Steel raid the crazy scientist's lab. The scientist summons the monster to attack, but he ends up getting distracted by a microscope. Rathbone maneuvers up a wall, grabbing the Moonstone. When the monster finally notices, he can't really do anything. Steel fires a missile, temporarily taking out the monster. Rathbone catapults the Moonstone to Steel, but makes a fatal mistake, and ends up being incarcerated. While Steel cowers away, an unlikely hero comes to save the day. McHammer drives in and nets the scientist, distracts the monster, and frees Rathbone. The set behind the story is named The Crazy Scientist and His Monster. While the name is subpar, the set isn't. The lab features a jail cell with a breakout feature. There's a tower where if you turn the Moonstone or crank, the laser light is illuminated with a red light brick. The final play features consist of a working catapult and a movable bed. But don't forget the classic Ghost Hunter vehicle. The Monster Fighters crew meet up at the castle to retrieve the final Moonstones. After battling monsters, there's one missing. It's located in the deep dark chambers of Lord Vampire. Rathbone grabs the final Moonstone from the sleeping vampire, but he awakes. But before he could do anything, he is surrounded by the Monster Fighters team, which he backs down and the crew drives away into the sunset. Well, that conclusion seems quite mundane. What if I told you there's a more interesting alternative ending? Well, there is. In a LEGO magazine from late 2012, the finale ends differently. Lord Vampire has placed 5 of the 6 Moonstones in the mechanism. The final duel between Rathbone and Lord Vampire begin with a sword fight. Rathbone does everything in his power to defend the last Moonstone, but a Man-Bat swoops down and takes the last stone, placing it into the tower's mechanism. With all 6 Moonstones in place, the world was about to be immersed in a complete darkness. Or was it? Rathbone had constructed a fake Moonstone, which served as an exploding device, which destroyed the mechanism. From the device, a beacon of light emerged, sending the monsters fleeing. While light scared away those creatures, it attracted new ones, alien insects, from a galaxy far, far away.